Well, research shows that increasing the healthy options at concession stands increases the number of healthier foods students choose and also increases revenue for the concessions group.
That's called a win-win right there, Larson. Fargo Cass public health registered dietitian and nutritionist Megan Meardahl is with us today to tell you why parents need to be modeling good behavior when it comes to concession stands food. All right, so I got to be honest, I really try to eat very, very healthy, but when I go to concession stands, that's kind of when I break
popcorn, hot dogs,
so
nachos.
Help me out. How do I go? Okay, I'm going to stay healthy at the concession stands.
You know, that's what we hear from so many people. You know, we're getting back into the fall season. People are kind of getting excited for the different activities and different venues. I mean, the bison, we know everyone's getting excited for the popcorn and all that food you get at the Dome. But we know that people are eating a lot more foods at these places on a regular basis. You know, 50% of food is eaten outside of the home today. So that means that we're making a lot of choices that are that need to be healthier, especially when we're eating at these places. And so we need to be thinking about some healthier options that we can choose.
Right.
So that's what we're here to talk about today, is giving people some ideas for making the healthier choice when you're going out and getting food at these places.
And I think it's even, as you have set out here, even the drinks that you give your kids can make a difference too. So let's start on this end.
Perfect. So the first thing we like to talk about is water. You know, I mean, we hear it all the time, water is such an important drink. 75% of our bodies are water, but this really should be our #1 beverage choice. So when we're going to the concession stand and we're thinking, you know, I'm kind of thirsty today, think as water is #1. Also remembering to bring that water bottle along with you too. So many places will let you bring in your own reusable water bottle today. It's cheap,
Really?
it costs nothing. As long as you bring in an empty water bottle, you can fill up your water bottle.
Nice.
Yeah, they might ask you to empty it before to make sure you're not bringing anything else in. But yeah, bring a reusable water bottle, saves these things from ending up in the landfill or in recycling, costs nothing.
Wow.
Another thing that we talk a lot about is specifically with kids that are in activities, there's this common misconception that we need to be having a sports drink because, you know, they're being active and they're exercising, they need something to refuel. That is simply not the case. Most often, the #1 choice that people need to make when they're exercising or being physically active is just water. These sports drinks were developed for people that are doing strenuous activity. So that's like people who are training for marathons, those football players that are doing the 2-a-day practices. And we know that people are getting too much sugar in their diet today. So looking at this regular sports drink right now, this has 9 teaspoons of sugar or 35 grams.
And that's this many right here?
That's 9
in one
teaspoons.
bottle.
In one bottle of a sports drink.
Oh my gosh.
And do you know how much the American Heart Association recommends kids under 18 should have? 25 grams. For the entire day.
Yeah.
So you're getting over your entire daily recommendation in this single drink. And looking at a comparison here with this sugary drink, that has twice the amount of sugar. This is 64 grams of sugar. 16 teaspoons of sugar.
Oh my gosh. And look at that pyramid. You wouldn't want to shove that whole pyramid in your mouth.
That is
of
just
sugar.
insane.
No. So
unless you're an elf.
And we really...
What's amazing though is you talk to people that have lost weight and like they go, all I did is I gave up soda, and like they just start to shed the pounds.
Yeah, it's such a hidden calories. You know, when we drink our calories, it just doesn't register the same way as we eat them. So a big thing for people to consider is making water the #1 choice if you're exercising, or there's a lot of options that have been created now that kind of give those, they give some flavor, they give electrolytes, which is something that people sometimes like to get when they're exercising to replenish those for rehydration. So this is a lower calorie sports drink option. It only has 12 grams of sugar or 3 teaspoons. Or these two options here are the 0-calorie options. So no calories, no sugar.
One quick question, speaking of this, so like what if you go to the concession stand and you get Coke Zero?
That's 0 calories and 0 sugar.
Am I okay with sugar then?
You're okay with sugar. And you know, we get a lot of questions about people with the artificial sweeteners, and I really tell people it's a personal choice. You know, artificial sweeteners, people feel differently about those things, but you are cutting all the sugar and all the calories, which is a really important thing for people to be thinking about.
Woo! I don't like Coke Zero, so I pick
for
no
real?
pop
That's
overall.
like the only thing I can, I'm like, oh man, when I see that, all I can do is Coke Zero.
Well, yeah, cutting the sugar. I mean, we know that over sugar consumption is one of the biggest public health threats we have today. So as much as we can encourage people to think about water or look for those lower calorie, low sugar options. And we have a couple more on the end of the table there. The sparkling lemonade, a sugar sweetened sparkling water beverage. So lots of options out there for people to look for. So when you go to the concession stand, just look, see what's available, and try to make some healthier choices.
And Stay with us,
yeah, more on those when we come back.